What's up YouTube? I'm Vaughn and this is the Gear channel where we discuss collectibles, hobbies, compare games from tabletop to video games. And today we are reviewing the R.E.D Transformers the movie Coronation Starscream. Now, I haven't been a really big fan of the R.E.D series, mostly because these are figures that don't really transform, but also the market price usually for these type of figures is around $30, which I think is quite expensive for what you're getting. But in today's video, we're going to see if it's really worth it. But also don't forget a friendly reminder to definitely like and subscribe, especially if you want to enter in our giveaway and the chance to win a Beast Wars Transmetal Tarantulas. Or if you're into other collectibles as well, we have a lot of giveaways that we're going to be doing. Now with that being said, let's get started on the review. And here is the Transformers the movie R.E.D Coronation Starscream. Now, there is definitely a lot of pros and cons to this figure. First off, let's look at the box. You know what? There is a lot of nice decal of blueprints of Starscream, which I thought was actually quite cool. Very nice. You have the red over here, which stands for Robot Enhanced Design. Pretty cool. Very nice. More art. So, for accessories, it's quite simple. So, you do get in total 4 hands, which all have pegs that you could simply just switch them out whenever you like. When you do purchase them, the packaging is very tight and there is a lot of pieces that was warped because of it. You get this cape, which is very fine leather, as you can see. You get 2 blast effects, which are actually pretty cool and they actually look pretty nice. You get 2 shoulders over here that also have pegs for the cape where you're supposed to peg into it. And finally, you get his crown, which honestly does not look that nice. So not for the crown design itself, just the paint application, it just seems cheap. And one thing I would say is that this figure, now, besides that, it is a affordable, almost like masterpiece kind without the transformation or anything really, or even the size. It's just a very cheap version. And the thing that I don't like is that the plastic is very like rubbery. So you definitely don't have to worry about breakage much, but it just seems very cheap. This is a very cheap figure and I'm not really too fond of it. So first off, we're going to go with definitely Articulation, but we're going to just take a closer look of him in general. The face sculpt I actually really like. Out of everything, I think that is the best. That little grin is probably the best thing about this whole figure. And we have Decepticon logos on the rings. Legs, very nice. Now it is very G1 accurate, so there's no issue over there. Or I should say movie accurate. But I don't know, it's just I don't like the quality of the plastic of it, to be very honest. And also there is issues like the blasters over here. They come off way too easily. So you have to be careful. So for Articulation, we have the head that can clearly move up and down, just this much, side to side. The chest can move a little bit, but it's mostly because it's on a peg, as you can see. So we can just peg that in. Now he does have a little ab crunch, and he can definitely rotate. For the arms, we can move the wings. We'll start with the wings actually. So you could definitely put the wings upwards like this, downwards, and then fold it back. So I might pick out just a little bit. So what you can do with the arms is definitely rotate it, and there's the peg for the shoulders that you could attach. There is a decent bicep bend. To note, when you are purchasing yours, take a close look at the actual figure, because I saw some that all of their biceps was like broken and completely bent. So if you're planning on getting this, make sure you just take a close look of the figure to make sure it's all in one piece and there's no issues with it. because there was a few that I saw all had problems, and this was the nicest one out of all of them. So because it's on a peg, the blasters could definitely turn 360. Both hands have only some articulation of turning 360 and a little bit of a bend on both sides. The legs surprisingly have a lot of articulation, so if we just move it forward, you can definitely kick it all the way back. Very nice. You have a bicep. You have a double knee bend, which is always good. You have toe bend, up, down. You could actually move this a little side to side. Okay. And then you have his wing over here that you could turn 360, but it's because it is on a peg. So you can actually just peg it out just like this. Not an issue. And then put it back. There we go. This figure has a lot of pegs. So let's start with some of the accessories. For the hands to change, it's quite simple. So you just take this hand, you just pull it out like this. There we go. And we just peg the new one in. And there we go. It is the new hand. And for the blasters are quite simple. So I'll actually remove it so you can take a close look. So right here, there's a hole, so we could actually just slide in. And it actually goes pretty deep, so that's pretty good. The only thing is that it's quite heavy. So for staying upwards, it does not do so. So what you're going to need to do is most likely you're going to have to rotate it like this. And because his shoulders are in fact very tight, so at least that's the bright side to it. So you could actually still display it like this. And he doesn't even tumble down even if you have both of them. So we're going to show you right now. So if you take this for a 360, peg in the other one. And there you go. So pretty decent. Honestly, for posing, you could definitely do a lot of poses with him and you don't have to worry about him falling. So now for this coronation, what you're going to definitely do is take these out because they're going to fall anyway. So why not just take it out already? Okay, now the hardest part is definitely the shoulders. So what I recommend is that you just take the rings out. It's not an issue because it comes disassembled and you only have to assemble it anyway. So they do definitely come out. So that's done. Okay. So as you can see, there's a bag. So we could actually just take this, put it in, just like that. And then we're going to have to try and bend it. And this is very flexible plastic, so you could actually just bend it completely and stick it in. So we're going to try that right now. So we're going to take this, put it in, check over here, right here, and see if we could get it in the hole. Nope. We're just bending it. Okay, there we go. It's quite hard. It's not easy. And you want to kind of be careful with the peg so it doesn't break. But it's so flexible. I really doubt that anyone's going to actually break it. So next, what we're going to do, the same thing on the other side. We're going to take it, put it just like here, and see if we can do it just like that. Maybe one shot. Can we one shot it? Oh, there we go. A lot better. Okay, now we can put the blast effects. Okay, that's one. Now the second one. And lastly, Well, not lastly, we have to put the wings back. So we're going to take this and put it like this. Take the other one, do the exact same. Lift it up a bit. Okay. And now to crown him. So let's crown him all nice pose. If he wants to stand now. He never wants to stand on camera. Okay. And finally, so there's no clips or pegs or anything. It just goes tightly on like this. And honestly, I think the paint of the crown just makes it look really cheap. Like everything's fine. That crown I really don't like. It's even the paint application is just terrible. Everything about that crown is awful. Yeah, so like I said, there is some pros and cons to it. Pros, honestly, it's a very cheap figure. Well, not that much. Honestly, for the quality plastic that it is, to spend that amount is not really too worth it. So definitely not. But it's definitely cheaper compared to a masterpiece. So if you're looking for a very G1-ish Starscream, this is definitely a good figure to choose from. Now let's do size comparison. Starting first with our giveaway, the Transmetal Tarantulas, the MP36 Plus, Megatron, which I honestly don't mind of the size difference, only because it's Starscream. Why not? But let's check our next one. And finally, here he is with the MP29 Plus Shockwave. And that's it for our Coronation Starscream. Now, if you guys enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. And definitely don't forget our big giveaway. So especially subscribe to the channel if you want to enter. And if you want a sneak peek of future products we're planning to review on the channel, you can follow me on my Instagram, VaughnGear. I'm Vaughn, and this was the Gear Channel.